name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Well, TGIF to Greyville, it's Friday. Night racing is back and really looking forward to this night race meeting. Of course, it is a double header on Friday. We race in Gqeberha during the day, and then all will begin at Hollywoodbets Greyville on Friday, the 25th of November. What time will the first race begin? Well, it is on the dot, sharp 1700 hours. 8 races carded, and we on the turf as well. Working alongside Ryle for the show. Welcome, Ryle. It's a bumper, of course, this show being recorded towards the latter end of the week, but it's a bumper weekend here for South African racing.
Absolutely, Deez. The main event will be on Saturday, Betway Summer Cup. Looking forward to that meeting. I think some very nice horses on show. And just quickly, who's your fancy for the Summer Cup?
I'll let the boys know on Saturday now. I like Safe Passage. I've always liked Safe Passage. You know, I've mentioned on a few shows that Sparkling Water owes me nothing. Liked her for the Hollywoodbets Durbanville July, but this time round I've been on Safe Passage from a long time ago. But I can tell you that the word on the ground is that the filly is flying. Absolutely flying.
I've heard that she's improved close to 8 to 10 lengths.
I don't know the number. I don't know the number. But I'd like to listen into. Hopefully, they get some interviews with MDK, Mike de Kock, and he can tell us a bit more about that. But let's get straight into it. Race number 1, which will start off the bar pot. It's over 1400 meters, and the guys will bring up the field. At the time of recording, we know that Captain Catman was punted and delivered, and the maiden is no longer. That's Frank Robinson's runner. Just looking at, okay, firstly, let's talk about the horse that you involved in here with the Clopping the Gallop Syndicate. I'm almost certain you guys have been a bit disappointed.
Yeah, Peter Muscat did mention that it was a terribly disappointing run, and just put a line right through that run. He doesn't think that the form line is really going to hold up off that race, so we're ignoring that run. And I think that he's a horse that, with a slightly better draw now in gate number 6, expect massive improvement from this 3-year-old son of Give Me the Green Light. And he's a horse that will certainly have every chance to go on with the effort, and he's one to certainly include into trifectas and quartets.
10 to 1, is it a place bet or a win bet?
I'd say more for a place bet, these.
Okay. By pot, numbers 2 and 8. 2 is trading at 13 to 10 at the time of recording, and number 8 is at 2 to 1. So they got Caramel Fudge as the outright favorite, that's second behind. How was that win from Political Playboy?
Political Party, yeah, he won quite nicely.
Political Party, not Playboy. Why am I thinking of Playboy?
Not quite sure there.
But that was a winner.
It was a very nice win, yeah. I mean, Keegan Miller just got the best out of him on that day, and Caramel Fudge ran on best of the rest on that occasion. I thought it was a cracking effort. He's drawn in gate number 2. And for me, he looks to be the horse that they all have to beat. I know that he does drop in distance, but I don't see that as a concern. I think that Garth Puller will have him ready for this run here. But 14 to 10, whether that's a price that people are going to have a go on, I'm not quite convinced. But in terms of the buy pots, I think Caramel Fudge could be good enough.
McCartney, I'm going to take a stance and say...
Scottsville better.
No, I'm going to say further better. I watched this horse over the sprint trip. I'm not concerned about the distance. I just looked at him last time out. I think it was a smart ride from Samanga Kumalo to get the job done. And Geronimo, of course, Geronimo, we know that just on pure heart and a pure ability, he's got the one eye. But that form line hasn't held up well. I'm going to say 1400 is going to suit him better. And in the buy pot, I'm going to just put in the 2 horses, numbers 2 and 8.
I think the roughie in the lineup, just one more horse to add, would be number 4, Grande Lupo. Now, last time out, he was having another run after Galdin, but I think he could have just needed that second run after rest, third run after rest. Now, I think he's going to be cherry ripe for this run. Last time out, he was far from disgrace behind Pongola. He's drawn in gate number 4, Atandiwa and Kutua bought, so at around 8 to 1 in the market. I think he's a horse that will give his supporters a good run for their money. But 2 and 8 for you, Dees. Happy with those numbers?
Happy with those numbers in the buy pot. Ryle gave us comments on number 7, Miraculous Man. Granda Lupo, I must agree. I listened into Wendy Whitehead's interview that day. I think she had a winner in one of the previous races, and she mentioned she was expecting huge improvement from this horse, and she was spot on with that. And then his master's voice as well for quartets and trifectas. But Ryle and I are all in here with the buy pot, and we're hoping to double up. That's how confident I am. Numbers 2 and 8, race 1.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.